friends, it's Amanda here from Fun Hands-On Learning. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some of the hands-on activities that I have set up for my preschool and kindergarten kids. These activities are going to be done in the month of February, and I only have a few of them here to show you. So it's not all of the activities we'll be doing in the month of February, but it's some that we'll be doing for probably a week, maybe 2 weeks. And then I usually rotate the activities, so I'll plan out 2 weeks and then I will change them out and plan out another 2 weeks. So we usually have 2 different sets of activities every month, but I don't usually have time to videotape both sets. So you're usually only getting about 1 video a month, because that's kind of where I'm at right now as far as how many videos I can do. I would love to be able to do 2 videos a month and show you all of them, but my life right now can't. So I'm doing what I can, because I love connecting with you guys and sharing with you, and I really want to start connecting more with you in the comment section. So right now, I currently have my comment section where if you comment, I have to approve your comment. So if you do leave me a message, don't freak out if it doesn't show up right away. I have to go in to the comments and approve it. And I just have it set like that because I was getting weird comments and things. And so I just wanted to make sure that I'm only having people who really, want to converse with me in that section. So, but I would love to hear from you guys. How are you using the activities, or what are you doing hands-on wise with your pre-K and kindergarten students for this month? So if you want to share, or you have any comments about what you see, leave them below and I will try to get back to you. Okay, so I hope you guys are all doing well. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to show you this first activity here. And these activities, by the way, are for phonics and math skills, okay? So that's mostly what our hands-on activities are for. I also have a Bible curriculum because I do Bible with my children. We are a homeschool family. And I guess that maybe I should mention before I get too into this, if this is the first video you've ever seen of mine, I am a homeschool mom to 8 children. They are all boys, so 8 boys. We homeschool, and I'm a former elementary school teacher. I used to teach little kids, like kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade. So that is my background. I taught in the school system for 10 years, and now I am a homeschool mom. I have been homeschooling my children now for 9 years, so I'm almost as many years as I was teaching in the school system. I have been homeschooling now, so it's been a long time, and that's what my channel is about. If you want to see more of my videos, be sure to check out my playlists, and yeah, let's get into this. All right, so this is the first activity I want to show you. This is a new one that I just created. So it's a new one for this year, and this is called Missing Numbers. Now, this activity is not Valentine's Day themed. However, since it is February, what you can do, even if you have an activity that's not themed for the month, you can still kind of make it themed by using cute accessories, I guess you could say. So what I think, maybe, which one do I want to do? Okay, I have like all sorts of cute, like, I don't know, manipulatives that we use for math and things like that in these Valentine's Day bins. And so what I tend to do for activities in the month of February is I use my bins. So I have that one with erasers in it. Let me see here. I have this one with these little foam hearts in it. This one tends to be my kids' favorite. Like, they love these sparkly hearts. Even though they're boys, we still have fun with it. Let's see. Actually, this one is their favorite. What am I talking about? This is their favorite because these hearts are the kind that you push down and they pop up. So this is a favorite, and it usually ends up us messing around more than we're learning, but they still have fun with it. These are more hard erasers in this one, and then the other one I have here is Another heart basket with little foam hearts. Okay, now all of these type of heart manipulatives you could also use in a sensory bin, and I've done that in years past. But for the most part, I use them as manipulatives for activities, for counting and different things like that. So for this particular activity, this is a missing number activity. And it's a pet theme. So I have a cat. You might hear my kids playing in the background. So if you do, they're all right. They're just playing. I have a dog. I have a fish. Okay, so I have a couple of different pets. And then what it is there's a missing number on each of their cards. And then these are like the fill-in numbers. So I have them attached with Velcro, and I'm just going to take those off and then show you how I would actually do this activity with my students. Okay, so I forgot to say that this activity works on missing numbers up through 25. This is the activity card direction card. I always print that out on label paper, and I attach it to the bag that I keep the activity in. So that's what you're seeing here. So I can move that out of the way. And then what I did is I put the number cards in this little bin with these hearts because it's February. So I'm going to have them take out a card out of the heart bin. And what they do is, well, let's start out with a super easy one. This one is just counting what comes next. So we have our cat, and our cat has the yarn balls. So we're going to count 1, 2, what comes next? Well, they know it's 3. So they're going to look in here and they're going to find the number 3, and they're going to place it on their card. Now you don't have to attach these with Velcro, but I like to because then it doesn't come off. But you don't have to. They could just put the number there and move on to the next one. Okay, let's see. Let's go to a little bit harder. So here's one where it's a teen number card, and it's missing in the middle. So we have our dog with his dog bones, and we have 14 and 16. What comes in the middle? Now, if they need help, you could always show them like a 100 chart and have them count, or you could count with them all the way up. So you could just start at 1 and count 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you're counting, once you get to 14, say 14, and then stop and wait for them to say the next answer. Okay, so then we know it's 15, so they're going to look through their cards, and they're going to look for 15, and it helps a little bit because they know they're looking for a dog bone. Okay, and they'll put it on their card. Okay, and then let's see, let's get a fish one to show you guys. Let's see, here's one. Here's another teen number one. This one's a little bit trickier because whenever they have to count backwards, you know, to figure out what number was before 17, they have to think a little bit more. So we have 18, 17. What comes before 17? It would be 16, obviously. Okay. So that's how this works. They're just going to continue on and do all the cards. And like I said, it goes up through about number 25, okay? Okay, let's go on to activity number 2. Okay, the next activity I have here is Valentine's Day themed, and this activity has been around for a couple of years. I've used it for a few years now. By the way, if you're looking for any of these activities, I always leave links in the description box below to my website where you can get the downloads, okay? So this activity is a heart unscramble. So what it is they take a Valentine little person, and it has some letters on it that they need to unscramble to make a CVC word. Okay, so basically what the kids are supposed to do is they're supposed to take a character. Let's try this little girl here. And they're supposed to find the letters that are on, that she's holding here. So we have U, S, and N. So I'm going to find those letters in my pocket chart. There's U. And then they're supposed to move them around till they can make a CVC word. So here I have made sun. And then the last step, there are some cute little hearts here, and they have to find the one that is for sun. This one says sun, okay? And they match it up. So that is how this works. They're going to be practicing reading short vowel words. Now, there are a bunch of these mixed up cards. I was doing this activity, however, with my 3-year-old and then my special needs son. And I thought that it was doing the unscrambling was a little bit too many steps for them. That would maybe be good for next year when they're a little bit older. So what I did is we just practiced reading the words and then making the words. So they picked a heart. Okay, so let's just pick an easy one here. They picked a heart, and then they had to sound it out and read the word cat. So they read the word, and then they had to make the word. So they found their heart letters, and they made the word. Okay, and that was a lot of fun. So you can simplify some of these activities if you need to, or you can make the activities more difficult as well. So differentiation is completely up to you if you need to differentiate the activity to meet your specific student's needs. But that's what I did for this one. So I simplified it a little bit, and we just used the heart cards, we read the words, and then we built the words with the heart letters. Okay, so either way, or of course you can do it as it's intended, where they unscramble and then they make the word, read it, and find the matching heart. Okay, this next activity is a super great fun one to do if you are working with, if you're a teacher, if you're working with a small group, or you can pair up your students into pairs to do this activity, or if you're working one-on-one with tutoring, or if you're a homeschool mom like me and you just have 1 or 2 kids that you're doing it with. So even though I'm a mom of 8, I only had 2 children that I was specifically working on with this activity. Now this activity is Be Mine short vowels. So we're working on those CVC words again that work on our short vowels. So what it comes with is, it comes with 2 game mats, all right? I'm just gonna pick one for now, but just know that it comes with 2, so you can do this twice with 2, or you can do it with 2 different kids at the same time. All right, so what you're going to have is a spinner here, and our spinner has our vowels on it. So before we even started the game, we reviewed our vowels, and I'm just gonna kind of quickly go through how we review our vowels, because I know some of you guys are always interested in how I do these kind of things. So I like to use the song that I learned from Becca, and it goes like this. A for apple, A for elephant, I for inchworm, squirming all around. A for ostrich, living in the zoo. For umbrella, to keep the rain off you. Now I send my vowels, A, E, I, O, U. So we did that song together to review our vowels, and then I did a little we spun, and then I'd say, what vowel's that? Tell me the sound, okay? So then after we did that little bit of a review, then we played the game. So what you need for the game is just the spinner, you need the mat, and then you need some sort of manipulative. And we actually already played this game the other day, and we used these little hearts for this activity. But another great manipulative you could do is like when I was showing you the heart erasers. Erasers would be a good one to fit here. But basically you just need a heart for each child that's playing the game. So I'm going to take this heart, I'm going to start it, we're going to start at the B, and we want to get to the B hive down here, all right? So what they do is they spin their spinner, and by the way, I get these spinners from Amazon in packs. But if you don't have any spinners, you can use a pencil and a paper clip, and then they can hold their pencil and flick the paper clip, and it works as well. But anyways, so I spun my spinner, I landed on I. So then I'm gonna look here, I'm gonna start at my B, and I'm gonna go to the first picture. Does the first picture have I as the vowel? Pig, does pig have I? It does, so I move my heart there. All right, and I'd spin again. So you'd have your student spin again, This time I landed on a line. This time I landed on A. All right, so I go to my next picture, and it actually does. Does the next picture have a? It does. It's bag. So I'd move down. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to keep spinning until you get to the beehive, okay? So this time I landed on A again, so I look at my next picture. Does web have a? Nope, that has E. So go on. Does dog have a? No. How about gum? No. How about zip? No, that's short I. How about ham? Yes, ham has a. So I would skip all of these and move to that, and it'd be time to spin again. So you get the idea, okay? So as they're doing it, they're gonna go on, and they're gonna continue until they get to their beehive. And like I said, there's 2 different mats here that you could do. So you could have 2 kids doing it at the same time, or you could play with one child. You could have a mat, they could have a mat. Or like what I did is I just did 1 mat, and I had 2 kids playing at the same time. So I had one child was one heart and one child was the other heart. And we just played the same time to see who would get to the end, okay? Okay, this activity is Valentine Robot Sound Switch. And what I did is I put the robot cards in this heart basket, and then the children will take a card out, and we will do the card together. All right, so this card has 2 pictures on it. What they're going to do is they're going to build the first word, and then they're going to switch it and make it into the second word, okay? Let me move the cards over here so you can better see what I'm doing. All right, so the first picture is dig. So they're going to sound out dig. And you need some magnetic letters or any kind of letter manipulative that will fit in the box. And they're going to sound it out. Ig, dig. Okay, so after they build the first word, like I did here, then they're going to switch and make the next word. So dig to pig. They have to decide what letter am I going to change from dig to pig. So I'm going to change this D, and I'm going to change it to a P, pig. And I was trying to make sure my kids were using lowercase letters when they do this. Just reminding them that we use capitals for proper nouns, for names, things like that. We use lowercase letters for just simple words. So then when they would finish that card, we would go ahead and move on to another card. So they have to take the next card out of the bin. This one starts with bug. So I'm going to make bug, and then I'm going to move from bug to bag. Bag. What letter needs to be changed? The U. The U needs to be changed. And what does it need to be changed to? Bag. Okay? So that's how this activity works. It's a lot of fun. You just need magnetic letters or some sort of letter manipulative to do it. Or if you laminate your cards like I did, you can use dry erase marker if you don't have any letters, and they can write it. So they could write bug and then erase the U and write an A and make it bag. Okay? I have animal heart measurement. So this is a math activity and the kids get to measure different animals with a heart measuring stick. Okay, so this is like their ruler and it has hearts on it, and then they're going to be measuring all of these different Valentine animals. It's really cute. Okay, this activity comes with these number hearts, and what I like to have the children do first is to put them in order. So this not only helps because they need them in order for the activity, but it also helps because they're practicing counting. Okay, so I have all of the numbers laid out here from 1 through 10. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so what the children are going to do first is they're going to pick an animal. So let's choose our giraffe, okay? They're going to choose their animal, and then they're going to take their measuring stick, and they're going to line up their animal to their measuring stick, and then they're going to count. So I'm going to count how many hearts tall is my giraffe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My giraffe is 5 hearts tall. So I need to look at my animal mat here. This is my measuring mat. And I'm going to find my number 5 and place it by the giraffe. The giraffe was 5 hearts long. Okay, so that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to fill up this entire mat by measuring each animal. So let's pick one more just to kind of give you guys an example. Let's measure our fox. All right, so I have my heart measuring stick. Of course, you want to remind the children that they need to line up the bottom with the bottom. Okay, and we're going to measure 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, our fox is 4 hearts tall. Okay, so I have my mat here, and my fox is down here in the corner, and then the children would take their number 4 and place it by the fox. Okay, and continue on measuring all of our animals until we have all of the numbers in the right spot. And then you can ask the children questions like, all right, which animal is the tallest? Which animal was the shortest? You can say, how much taller is the giraffe than the fox in this heart measurement activity, okay? And then you can maybe fit in there a little bit of subtraction, something like that. That might be a little difficult for preschoolers, but kindergartners might be able to do something like that. And then that would make this activity also into kind of a word problem activity. So lots of different ways you could go with this, but this is a lot of fun, and it takes some time because I got to measure all the different animals and fill it out, but it's great practice. Okay, this is the last activity I have to show you, and it is called Valentine Teen Number Match. And it is another math activity. So what it comes with is these number cards, and the children are going to be learning to count on 10 frames, or actually 20 frames is what these are. And then what I did is I put the number cards in this little heart bin with these erasers. So they're in here. And what the children do is, hopefully you have taught them how to count on a number frame. They take a card, so we only need one right now, and we're going to count. I'm going to look at this 20 frame, and they're going to count 10, 20. Then they have to find the card and place it on top. Let's see, this one is 10, 15, 16. So let's find our 16. You can teach them how to count quickly on a I'm looking for 16, there it is, it's the last one. You could teach them how to count quickly on a 10 frame, or if they need to count one by one and they're at that starting point, then be patient and allow them to count 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. But then you can also point out to them that each row is 5 and a row of 2 is 10. And then, so if I know this is 10, then I just count 2 more and I know 11, 12. I know this number is going to be 12. All right, so I'm going to look through here. I'm going to find my 12 and place it on. All right, once you have all your numbers on your card, an extension to this activity would be then to ask the children which number is the biggest. The 20 is the biggest, so I'm going to place a heart on my biggest one. And then you can say, okay, can you find the number that is the smallest? What is the least amount? 20, 16, or 12? Well, 12 is my least, so I'm going to put a pink heart on my 12. You can just give them directions, see how well they listen to your directions, and then have them differentiate between the numbers, okay? So that is just another extension to the activity. All right, once they're done with that card, you move it off to the side. and they could pick another card. So let's try another one. So here we have 10, 11, 12 again. Let's see, here we have 10, 14. Let's see if we've got 14. And you could put these cards, by the way, like in a pocket chart, so it's easier for the kids to find their answers if you want. Here's 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Also, I know it's 19 because there's just one missing. So I know 1 less than 20 is 19. You can talk about all those kinds of math logic things when you're doing an activity like this, especially if you're doing it with a small group. But if you have this set up in your classroom as a center, you may not be able to do things like that, but you can go back and talk with the class as a whole about the activity and how did they do and what strategies did they use to figure out their numbers. Okay, so then once they have their numbers on their card, again, we can do the same thing. Let's use our manipulatives and let's put a purple heart on our biggest number. So they'll do that. And then give them another direction. Let's put a pink heart on our lowest or our least number, our smallest number. And let's put a red heart on the number that comes in between. And now on this particular card, they're actually in order from least to greatest. But not all cards are like that. So they could be all mixed up. You could have, you know, well, you saw in the last one, I think the last one was greatest to least. But they're not always in order, okay? They can be mixed up. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's this activity. It's super fun. You can extend it to beyond just counting into greater than, less than, equal to, or maybe not equal to, but greater than, less than. And yeah, these are some of the other cards that it comes with. All right, you guys, I am going to leave it there. Like I said, I didn't have a ton of activities prepared for the next week or two because we still have a few activities that we didn't finish from last week, so I didn't need to prepare a ton of new ones, but I hope you enjoyed this video anyways. And if you're looking for any of these activities, check out the description box below and click on the links. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye.